Hari Om. So we have reached the last day of our discourse series. Today is the 9th talk, 9th pravachan on this second chapter of Bhagwad Gita. The name of this chapter was Sankhya Yoga, and Sankhya means right knowledge. And here what we are seeing in this chapter, that there is a person very nice, very righteous, he wants to live happily and also wants to make others happy too. But due to certain understanding of life, something happens in his life and the fellow is very, very worried. What's going to happen? My respectable, my dear people whom I love, respect so much, they are going to die. And there will be so much inconvenience in the society also. Many people die, many families, they are shattered. The father is no more, mother alone has to handle. Children also have to be taken care of. No money, no various kind of facilities. All these things are associated with war. And Arjuna had a very caring, sensitive mind. Bhagavad Gita is only for such nice people who not only wish their life should be fulfilled, they should be happy, but at the same time, I really wish and pray that everybody should be happy. And if I can contribute even a wee bit in order to make the world a better place, I will be very, very happy and my life will be fulfilled. I also have my own desires, ambitions. I've got my dreams. I want to fulfill them also. But at the same time, the more important thing is that my family, my country, my world should be a better place. I sincerely want to work in that direction. So this is the personality of Arjuna, and when he faced such a very terrible situation, he couldn't decide. And once you are not able to decide, you have all the upheavals in your mind. All the disturbances, the peace is shattered, and you are continuously worried and worried. And this worry and grief, when you don't have any way out, it keeps on getting, it multiplies. It increases manifold. And you get, entangled in such a fix that you can't come out from that. And in the process, your body, your mind, your intellect, your personality, everything goes down the graph. So this was the state when we started this chapter, and thereafter something very good happened, that Arjuna realized that his understanding is faulty. There is something wrong in his understanding. His understanding about the well-being of others, that is not a problem. But how am I going to attain that dream? How do I want to attain that fulfillment of life about the well-being of everyone? So whatever my strategy is there, whatever my means are there, something is wrong over here. And thereafter he surrendered at the feet of Lord Krishna that I want to really know about the truth of life. I'm in a terrible fix. And I don't see any way out from this grief in which I have got entangled. So please help me out from this. So, like a good student, he surrendered to get better knowledge of life. And thereafter, a very beautiful, amazing discourse started. The bottom line of this entire discussion, which we have been going through from last 8 days, is this, that Arjuna, you should know the truth of yourself and also about the truth of others, even when they do not know. You should know. You should know the truth of life. You should know how to go about doing it. And you are not clear on that front. You have so many baseless notions. When I ask you that who you are simply defining yourself to be this body, this individual. And suppose if you take yourself to be this small, limited, insecure individual, I can assure you your life is going to be a complete failure. This is a very, very critical component in your understanding. This is false. This is baseless. This is untrue. So please don't take yourself to be just a small individual. The moment you take yourself to be a limited, manifested individual, every calculation is going to go wrong. Because it is untrue. This is just like dreaming, when you are dreaming and you have a problem in the dream and you're planning all the kind of possible things with your limited time and limited resources. You don't have all the wealth in the world. You have some limited money and limited time, limited energy. However you want to increase the energy, still it will be limited. You do all kind of pranayama and increase the energy. Increase the chi of the Tai Chi. The chi in Tai Chi is, I was told in the morning, it is just energy, it is prana. So you may get all energy. But just think, who is behind the energy? A small, petty, limited, ephemeral, perishable entity. What is the use of energy when you yourself are going to die soon? What are you going to do with the energy? The issue is not that you keep on invoking energy. You should know to invoke energy. That is good. But what is more important is not the energy, the money, the wealth, the power which you have with yourself, but to appreciate the fact that my perception about myself, that I am a limited guy, that is wrong. That is false. That is just a part of this big dream. You were not this entity earlier. When you were born, you didn't have the cap of your individuality. Were you wearing this ego, your individuality, when you were born? You were such a nice, simple, loving child with no burden, no notions. But thereafter you slowly developed this notion that I am just this limited energy. It's all about the wrong education you got. It is baseless, it is untrue. That is what Bhagavan Krishna is telling. That is what all the great religions, scriptures and saints they are telling. There is one infinite divinity and you are basically that. Can you ever imagine that? Today you can't. But ultimately, everybody in life needs to appreciate that they are not small, limited individuals, but they are one infinite, imperishable, timeless life. When your understanding about yourself becomes this, that you are that Brahman, we call in our Vedantic scriptures that to be Brahma. Brahma is that which is the biggest, the infinite, that is called Brahma. And all these scriptures are telling us that I am Atma Brahma. Your Atma, my Atma, the Atma of everybody is basically that Brahma. It is just like in the ocean, which are full of so many waves. Small waves are coming and going. Now there is one small wave which is thinking that I am just one small limited this form. And what the God is telling us was, my dear wave, you are basically water. And water is manifesting in so many forms. Why are you opting to identify with this particular form? Why don't you identify with your essence? Every atom in this universe is basically energy. Energy manifested in different forms. In my science class, I read all the things that there are so many elements in the world, so many chemicals, and the difference of one chemical and another chemical is that how many electrons go around the nucleus. In one particular case, it is 1, 2, 3, 4 and all that. That is the only difference. Otherwise, it is just positive and negative energy in a unique manifested form. Every atom is basically that energy. So what is the difference? Why should I still, try to define myself as just a petty atom? Should I identify myself as an atom, or should I prefer to see myself as one energy? This is the option which we have. But because of wrong understanding, wrong company, wrong education, our perceptions, they gravitated towards the unique manifestation, unique form. And whenever this particular kind of error happens, that instead of that basic component, that basic truth, that basic essence, which is the truth of that, just as the truth of a wave is water, just as the truth of so many mud toys in the shop of a potter, they are all mud. It is one mud manifested in different forms. When you go to the shop of a goldsmith, everything is made out of one gold. The fellow just brought one brick of gold. He bought one brick of gold and he, used that gold to create a necklace, the chain, the bangles, the earrings, and the nose rings, and wherever it could be put, he has created all that thing. And when you see Indian women right from top to toe, they are full of golden ornaments. Indian women like gold very much. And I think everybody likes, but they are special. India as a country has got very big good resource store of gold, but we are told that in case if we collect gold from all the women in the country, that will be much bigger amount than the government also. If government has 500 million tons of gold, Indian ladies have got 1,000 million tons. They have got so much gold. And still they are craving for more. On this, particular day before Diwali, the ladies go and buy some gold. It is called Dhanteras. On Dhanteras, I don't have any gold, I only have about 10 kilos, I don't have more. And they keep on buying more. Their love for gold, that is just amazing. It is making our country richer from real resource point of view. Anyway, they are collecting gold, they are collecting all the things. And if you think that by collecting things from outside, you will become more secure, more richer, then, you are living in a fool's paradise. How baseless it is. It's only the children of such people, they are benefited, they inherit infinite amount of money and resource, and they don't know what to do with it. They'll also die worrying about so many things. Others, they'll also worry. Arjuna, don't, aim for such a thing that things outside make you better. No, my dear. Your understanding about yourself makes you better. There are two basic philosophies. Either keep on collecting things outside and then you are rich. Or you don't collect anything from outside, still you are rich. Which option you like? Will you like to prefer that option in which you keep on collecting, aggrandizing things from outside, increasing your wealth, increasing your bank balance, and then sit with a cup of tea in your hand and say, wow, God, thank you so much. I am now a rich man. Is that really rich? Or you come to such a state that all the wealth around, still you don't need it. You are at such a level of existence that you don't need anything outside to increase you, to make you more, bigger and bigger. If you are in such a state, then Vedanta, the Vedas, the scriptures of this great country, they tell us this person is the really rich man. So this is what Bhagavan Krishna is telling Arjuna. It is all about trying to know your real truth. So from various point of view, we say, suppose from your Atma, from your truth point of view, you investigate, you inquire, you meditate, and in case if you discover the truth of yourself, you'll see it is imperishable, it's infinite, and that's it. The thing is, you don't have to become infinite. You are already infinite. It's just a matter of discovery. So different kind of things have been giving out in the last, in all, there were 4 sections. The last section which we studied yesterday was about an intelligent way to do karmas over here. What is the best way? Have a goal. Have great inspiration for it. Have great clarity about your goal. And give everything what you have for that goal. And achieve that goal. And that is it. Hooray, you have won the war. Bhagwan says, okay, fine. Suppose if we go from that point of view, then the art of living in this world is not about, having a goal and then craving for it, and without the goal you are nothing. He says, no, there is a better way. What is the better way? Love something you do. Enjoy something you do. There is a big, cricketer in India. Cricket is very famous in India, And one cricketer, the name of Sachin Tendulkar, he created so many world records. In one of the interviews, he said, I am the luckiest person in this whole world. He says, why? You've got a lot of money. Oh, no, not because of money. He says, my good luck is in that I get paid for what I love to do. Just imagine, I don't have to earn anything. I just love to do what I want to do. I want to face a challenge, I want to play cricket, I want to play this game, and I give my heart and soul for it. And the beauty is that I get paid. And I get paid in such a huge amount that I cannot even spend all that today. And every day that money is multiplying and I have got millions and billions today. All the sportsmen, all the artists, all the people who really love to do what they want to do, they're never worried about challenges. Challenges is what which excites them, motivates them. But they don't live in such a way as though panting for the success in your life. Panting? When Daya is very, very tired, then, his tongue is on one side. That is what panting is. So I am, panting for my goals. I am panting for success. In case if you are panting for success, Bhagwan says, okay, may you pant throughout your life because you love to pant. You love to get worried. I am going to give situation in which you will always be worried. Your worry will keep on increasing because my dear child, he or she likes to worry. You want to worry more? I'll give you greater opportunity to worry. Or you can put a stop to all these worry and just love to do your thing. And do it in an excellent manner, in a most intelligent way, in the best possible way. I don't say that don't work, but what I am trying to prescribe is that don't work with such a face and all the worry and all the anxiety, all the dependencies, working for some goals with dependencies and grief and anxiety. You've already lost the war. You know that. Even if tomorrow you are going to get a lot of money, people like you will be a failure. Have you seen some people who have gathered a lot of money with all the hard work and worry? Today you see them and you are surprised. Do I want to become like that? Arrogant? Stupid? Such angry? Having airs about yourself? No culture? No quietude? No capacity to sit down quietly and meditate? Nothing at all? Is that the way you want to become? Or you want to become a fulfilled person who is ever living with love? Love your work, love your wife, love your life, love your children, love your family, love the whole world. The whole world is your family. So be motivated with love and try to bring about that, that knowledge in your mind. Become strong. Become fulfilled, contented. There are one set of people who work outside with all the dependencies and worry. You start living this very life with just love and joy. No worries at all. Make this change in your life and your life will be very beautiful. And once your mind is, quiet, once your mind is thoughtful, what we were talking here yesterday, that there are basically two levels. One level is you have to become a yogi, another level is you have to become a man of knowledge. So first stage is become a yogi. Yogi is a person who retains, a quiet, worry-less mind, a loving mind, an inspired mind in all situations. You're not going to find many people of that kind. Even in your company, even in your other people in the world, your bosses, very rarely you will find such people who just do something for the love of it. Everybody wants to get something and then they'll be happy. We consider that to be not a very good proposition. In fact, it is wrong and stupid. And it is this kind of philosophy because of which people are worried. Nobody says, don't worry, don't work. I'm also working. I'm teaching, I'm running an ashram, I'm taking care of my students, I'm taking care of my various mission centers going all over the country, but I'm never worried. I just love to do it. Loving to do, I'm not escaping work, I'm not escaping challenges. But I don't have any such kind of idea that only when I'm going to get that, then I'll be happy. Stupid, baseless, ignorant. I am that fulfillment. I am that love. I am that joy. I am Atmananda. You know what is Atmananda? Whose Atma is Ananda, whose self is Ananda. Why should my Ananda be somewhere beyond the horizon, like a mirage? And I keep on saying that, hum honge kamyab ek din. I'm going to be successful one day. You'll never be successful. Because your happiness lies yonder, somewhere else. Away from you. Whenever your fulfillment lies away from you, you are never going to be happy in life. Your life has become a failure that very moment. If you are a petty, limited, empty individual and your fulfillment lies somewhere else, give up this notion, Arjuna. I am there. God is there, taking care of everything. You do your best. you have an opportunity to express yourself beautifully. Karmanyavadhikaraste. It is your adhikar, it's your privilege to act in a situation, in a challenge. Ma phaleshu kadachana. Never worry about what is going to come in future. All anxieties, all stress, all worries are only about the fruits of actions. What's going to happen, Guruji? Whether I'll be success, I'll be a failure, whether I'll get a job or whether I'll get success. And even if I get a job, whether I'll be able to continue with that company, in that kind of position. Is it possible? He says, you have an endless problem. And even if I give you some mantra that, okay, you are not going to get away from job in this company, you will discover new problems. You're going to have endless problems. This is a better way to live, my dear. Become an embodiment of joy, inspiration, and your value will be there. It is your work which speaks. And a person who is inspired and dedicated, the work speaks. Nobody in the world would like to, see that such a person goes away from my company. Why don't you live like that? Your success is guaranteed and your fulfillment is also guaranteed. So in this way, he completed this fourth section where in the end he says, once you keep on living, affirming your fulfillment, having faith that you can live in a loving, inspired way. And live like that. Live with a difference. Don't live like, ignorance. People of the world. They have not read Gita. You have read Gita. You are lucky. You have read what Bhagwan Krishna is saying. So therefore, you can dare to live in such a beautiful way. And once you, attain the state of yoga, thereafter you will be able, then alone, not otherwise. With a disturbed, stressful, arrogant mind, worried mind, you will never be able to know the truth of yourself. That is the catch. So the only way out is try to live without worries. The worries will come in the mind because of your association with ignorant people. People of the world, they are always worried about what's going to happen in future. Can you keep aside all that notion and stop worrying? Worry is only about the possible fruits of action. What is going to happen? And can you believe in God so much that you do not worry about future? Can you believe in your own self, your own goodness, your own intelligence, your energy, your creativity, that you don't worry about future? Take that kind of step, Arjuna. Then you will become a yogi very soon. Yogi is inspired, he is dedicated, he is, having profound faith in his goodness, in his intelligence, in his love, in his selflessness, and thereafter lives his life in a very dynamic, intelligent way. And hard work is never tiring. When you love to do something, are you ever tired? Never. Whatever you love to do, you are never tired with that. So always love your life, love your work, love your challenges, love your goals, and express yourself in a nice way. And thereafter, once you become a yogi, you will be able to know the truth of Atma, the self, only then. And then your life will be ultimate. You will be that infinite reality. So that's the way to go. And you should become what Bhagavan Krishna says as a Stitha Pragnya. Stitha Pragnya is a word for man of knowledge. So when he gives this goal to him, Arjuna, he asks a question. Says, "Oh Krishna, I would like to know about such a guy. Please tell me more about him. He seems to be a smart fellow. He seems to be an intelligent fellow. Who is Stitha Pragnya? What are the indications of Stitha Pragnya? Will Stitha Pragnya get worried in his life when he has challenges? And all these things I want to know." So this last section of this chapter starts with shloka number 54 with a question of Arjuna. So let us read that, chant shloka number 54, and then we will study the last section. Arjuna uvacha Stitha Pragyasya ka bhasha Samadhisthasya Keshava Stitadhi kim prabhasheta Kimasita vrajeta kim. So this is a question of Arjuna regarding a man of knowledge. A person who has first gone through the process of yoga. Yoga, we were seeing yesterday, it is not that simple yoga which is prevalent in the world about exercises, physical exercises. Physical exercises are just a very, very small component of yoga. In fact, Bhagavan Krishna doesn't describe that also. It is so insignificant from Bhagavan's point of view. In fact, there is a problem in that. If you take care of your physical body too much, rather than your mind, rather than your knowledge, always trying to see, Guruji, the body will be energetic, the body will be healthy, and the body will be this, and body. On what are you meditating? You're meditating on Atma or you're meditating on body? And my body is looking good, my body is healthy, and my body is getting old, and my body... He says, my dear fellow, your yoga is only about this component of the personality, which I just call as your dress. I don't look upon your body as you. I look upon your body as a gift of God and only as a dress. Every dress has its own beauty. When you wear some Indian dress, some unique, nice. Alexei brought a very nice kurta pajama and he was looking so smart in that. Swamiji clicked his photograph and also wished that, you are looking like an Indian politician. You can become an Indian leader if you are looking such a smart fellow in kurta and pajama. All our leaders wear kurta pajamas. It's such a common and respectable dress, very comfortable also. As compared to all the trousers and shirts, kurta pajama is any day much better. My dear fellow, this body is just like kurta pajama. You should certainly take care of your kurta pajama. But in case if your kurta pajama is always good, is it a proof that you are also good? The person who is wearing that kurta pajama is also healthy and good? It's not necessary. You have all the opportunities of having a good body, good food and good dress and good pleasures and good comforts. But at the end of the day, it is just your dress. It's not you. So don't worry about this too much. In fact, that yoga in which only body is taken care of, body should be good, it should be healthy. Because we don't get any replacement of any parts in the world. If my liver is bad, if my heart is a problem, if my lung has a problem, my kidney has a problem, there are no shops in the world where I can go and give me one kidney, give me heart. It is this heart, this lung, this liver alone I'll have to carry on for the entire life. And in case if I take care of my body and all its components properly, it lasts for 100 years. Just imagine the beauty of this. So do take care of your body. It's a beautiful equipment. It's something amazing. But my dear, this is not you. You are the one who is wearing this. You are not Deha, you are Dehi. You are not the car, you are one who is the owner of the car, who is driving the car. So yoga, as described by Bhagavan Krishna, is to make your mind positive, beautiful, loving, free from all kind of anxieties. Challenges will come to you. But this is your, this is your department, that I'll face all the challenges without any worries. Always keep on telling, suppose this doesn't happen, so what? I'll be there. I'll take care. You have confidence in yourself and even in God. And don't resort to any kind of weakness or insecurity. That's the way to live. And these people first, they bring about this yoga and then alone get Brahma-gyana. And Brahma-gyana is such an amazing awakening. It's the ultimate thing which Rishi, Munis, great thinkers, saints, they've been singing about that. He says, my dear, don't leave that opportunity. It is such a beautiful thing. Living like a petty fellow is no joy. Living like the infinite imperishable reality is the truth. So these people, they are called Stitha Pragnya. So now Arjuna says, Stitha Pragnya se ka bhasha. How do I know who is a Stitha Pragnya? And not about no others, but how should I know whether I have become a Stitha Pragnya? Bhasha here means the indications of that. Stitha Pragnya se ka bhasha. What are the symptoms? What are the indications? What are the lakshanas, as we say? When I become Stitha Pragnya, how will I know that? So please tell me now. Question number 1. Samadhistasya Keshava, the person who has attained that knowledge, that samadhi, that Atmagyan, and they are abiding in that in all situations. Stitha Pragnya is not merely becoming a man of knowledge, but an additional thing is that in spite of any situations outside, their wisdom does not disappear. Many a time in quieter moments you are so positive and peaceful. But when challenges come, our peace is gone. Again we are disturbed. Again we are full of anxiety. Situations are a test for your knowledge, for your wisdom, for your inner strength. Stitha Pragnya is someone who not only is fulfilled in quieter moments, but in spite of any challenges of life, whenever ups and downs come, I don't say always keep on sitting in the caves in the mountains. I said, no, not worry, not necessary. If you are that, then what does it matter whether you are in the midst of a battlefield or you are all alone in a mountain cave? You're in a forest. Going to forest alone is not the way. If you are Brahman, if you are that one infinite reality, you will be that everywhere. So we don't prescribe that only once for knowledge go to Himalayas, go to mountains, go to discover some cave somewhere and get inside and close yourself. No work thereafter. We don't say like that. That is not the way of Vedanta. That's not the way of Gita. So Bhagavan says, whatever situation comes in your life, remain abiding in this wisdom and knowledge and live your life. So that is what Arjuna is asking. Stitha di kim prabhashita. How do these people express themselves in various situations? Prabhashita is your self-expression, your manifestation in any kind of situation. Kimasita, when they sit with themselves and the work is finished and you are tired and you are sitting with yourself, or maybe you are not tired also. When you are sitting with yourself, what happens in your mind? What is the state of your mind? Are you worried about, why did that fellow did this? Why did that fellow did it? And you have infinite worries. You have worries about, who is going to win the election. You have worried about who will become the chief minister and the prime minister. You have worries about United Nations also, You have worries about, what is going, Israel going to do about Gaza. You have worries about, Guruji, I don't feel hungry, I'm worried. Worried about what? What is Russia going to do in Ukraine? Okay, you're so worried. You're not able to eat your food. Oh yes, I cannot sleep in the night also because of that worry. What is going to happen? Because when Russia, a country like Russia, is going to, go for a war, then the whole world is going to suffer because they won't be able to get oil. Russia has so much oil. The whole Europe is suffering because, Russia is not supplying them gas. That Russia, I'm worried. You're always worried. You tell me one Sunday when you are not worried. You tell me one day when you don't have any anxieties. You are worried about Russia, you are worried about America, you are worried about Canada, you are worried about Australia, you are certainly worried about Africa, and you are worried about, COP28, which is, the whole world was sitting in Dubai and discussing the environment problems of the world. I am a worried person. So when you are sitting with yourself, what is the state of the mind? After all, a man of knowledge also has got to live in this world. And therefore all the challenges, shouldn't they be worried in their minds? And I'm worried about, I'm going to get old. And my knees are giving me problem. I'll have to, get a stick very soon, or I'll have to take a wheelchair and go around. Then I'll not be able to do this. I'm worried. Okay. You wanted worry and Bhagavan has given you infinite worries. Now be fulfilled, be happy because you wanted to worry. I told you otherwise, don't worry. So Guru Bhagwan, please tell me, when Stitha Pragnya sits with himself, that is called as Kim Asita, when they're sitting with themselves, what is going on in their minds at that time? And Vrajeta came, when he goes around, he's got a goal, he's got a dream, and the moment you have a goal, you have challenges. There are no goals in life without any problems. I have to go to some place. Maybe I've got to go to Delhi. And the moment I plan to go to Delhi, there are so many possible problems. And various means are all about handling the possible obstructions. So, these people will also have some goal. And the moment you have a goal means that goal is today not achieved and you are going to achieve that. Any targets you have. So there will be possibility of that I'm not able to attain the goals. So when these guys, they go around to attain their goals, are they worried? Do they have anxiety in their mind? So I want to ask all these questions. Please tell me these 4 things. What are the, real indications that I come to know that I become a Stitha Pragnya? Ka Stitha di kim prabhasheta, how do they express themselves in different situations? What is their state of mind when they are with themselves? Or when they are driven by some inspiration and goals, they go around. What is the state of mind at that time? So I want to get a feel of what is the real intelligent wise man. So Bhagavan says, okay, good, nice question. And I am going to tell you about this in this last section. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Prajahati Yada Kaman Sarvan Partha Manogatan Atmanyevatmana Tushtaha Stitha Pragnya Stadochyate. So the most important question was that how do I know when I have become a Stitha Pragnya? Because you can't know about whether a person has become Stitha Pragnya from outside. It is so subjective, so personal. Only we can appreciate whether we have become a Stitha Pragnya. So how do I know when have I become that Stitha Pragnya? So Bhagavan says, Prajahati Yada Kaman. Today you have so many calm desires. And all desires are aimed at, bringing about a better world, better resources, better comforts and pleasures, and all the kind of necessities which you need to have about yourself and others. All the kamana are our plans to bring about happiness in life. Every desire in the very deep core of every desire is the wish that I'll get a better world, comfortable, happy. These fellows, they don't have any such desires now. Obviously, because they have become men of knowledge, they have discovered, they have experienced, awakened to that state where they say, I am that. Aham Brahmasmi. So they are already fulfilled. They are secure. They have already attained the ultimate, the imperishable. And because every desire is a very unintelligent way to bring about happiness. No desire is an intelligent way to bring happiness. The only intelligent desire is that you know the truth of yourself. Rather than having such a desire, an ordinary person of the world, they keep on thinking about things of the world. And all such desires where I need to get happiness and security from outside, prajahati, when all these things they have disappeared and gone, they don't have any desires. Sarvan, he specifically uses the word all the desires without any exception. Suppose if this thing happens, good enough, but they are not dependent on anything at all. The dependence is absent. For themselves, we are talking about desires, not when somebody is sick, you want to get medicine, you want to give them good cure. We are not talking about that desires. We are talking about desires for my security, for my fulfillment, for my happiness, all those desires. When there are no desires in the mind. And why they are not there? Atmani eva atmana tushtaha. They are contented in themselves, by themselves. This is the beauty. When you are full inside, contented inside, fulfilled inside, why should you have any desire? Desires is only a very cheap way to get happiness from outside. And somebody who is already attained that, they are contented. Look at any animal. Once I had gone to some place and I saw a tiger sitting. The tiger was sitting very quietly. There were animals around, he was not going after them. Because his stomach was full, he was contented. Whenever you are contented, there are no desires outside. The world goes on like that. So when you attain that state, then know you are in that right direction. That is the way to go. Stitha Pragnya tada uchyate. So this is the real sign of an intelligent, happy and successful man. And regarding your other questions, they face ups and downs in life. Definitely, the world will always keep on having problems. There will be sick people, there will be unintelligent people, there will be arrogant people, there will be calculative people. And all these situations will keep on bringing endless problems. Some will bring, good love and respect to you. Some will bring, a lot of sorrow and problem to you. The world has been like that and it will always be like that. And in the midst of all these things, How do Stitha Pragnya live? So Bhagavan says further, let us read that. Dukkheshvanudvignamana Sukheshu vigataspraha Vitaraga bhaya krodha Stitadhir muniruchyate Yas sarvatrana bhisneha Tat tat prapya shubhashubham Nabhinandati nadveshti Tasya pragya pratisthita. So Bhagavan says regarding facing different challenges and ups and downs in life, so they also face. Bhagavan Ram faced a problem, baseless problem. One fine day his father calls him, he says, Ram, tomorrow you are going to get the kingdom. And in the night some politics happened, some pressures happened, and instead of giving the throne, late night again he is called. He says, Ram, I am so sorry, I will not be able to give you the kingdom. Rather, you will have to leave the kingdom for 14 years without any money, without any wealth, without any people. No clothes, extra clothes except what you are wearing. No shoes, no baggages, no suitcase, no airbag, nothing, and no credit card, no debit card. Keep everything aside and then start your life for 14 years. I'm sorry, but I had to do it. I was compelled. So he had a situation. Without any reasons, he had this kind of problem. And there are situations where suddenly you get all the glories, all the success and all the success. People, good people. There are memories, somebody I met somebody, lovely people. The person came in my life and brought so many, the flowers started blooming and the birds started singing and the weather started become beautiful. And after that, that also goes away. Good and bad situations shall come to everyone in life. Now, what do these Stitha Pragnya people do in such situation? That is what Bhagavan is telling in Shloka number 56, Dukkheshu anudvignamanaha. When there are terrible situations which do come because of so many reasons. Even for such people, don't think they are very lucky, and therefore God will never have any problem, and Gurujis have no problem. And Guruji also has terrible problem, Guruji has terrible diseases, terrible people, terrible situations. Terrible things come from outside, situations come from outside. What can you do about it? I have to just learn to face them properly with the difference. So Bhagavan says that these Stitha Pragnya, they are never worried in any situation. They retain their equipoise. Dukkheshu anudvignamanaha. The mind, deep inside themselves. They are alert, they are intelligent, they are available. Worry is always existential about your own existence. Suppose a person does not have any existential issues, then why should you worry? Nothing is going to happen to you. In case if you know the truth of yourself, then definitely nothing is going to happen to you, even if you are a yogi. You have not yet awakened to that reality. Still, the belief in God is such that I am never worried. So either believe in God thoroughly or wake up to your truth. In both these scenarios, you are never worried about your own self. It's about the situation which has to be handled. Dukkheshu anudvignamana. In any situation of sorrow, they are never disturbed. Quietly. Suppose, for a doctor, some accident case has come. Should the doctor get worried? Or face these challenges, face the situation? So they are never worried. Number two, what about all the good, beautiful situation? Sukha. Sukheshu vigadaspraha. Stitha Pragnya is never attached to any good situation. Attachment is dependence. Whenever we are attached to somebody, we say, because of this, because of that person, because of this situation, I am getting good joys. You'll have to depend on the other guy. They accept the good situation, the good people, the good deeds which are happening, but they will never depend on anything because they are already full. They are always complete. They are Brahman, they are that infinite reality. So they are not evading the ups and downs of life, but they are not reacting from their personal ambitions point of view because they know who am I. Vitaraga bhaya krodha. They are free from raga, which is attachment, bhaya, no fear in them, and krodha, no anger in them also. Anger is always because of bhaya, and that is because of raga. So raga, bhaya, krodha, these are connected, these are cause and effects. And they have none of these in their minds. Free from these things, they face every situation. Just as are, the leaders, the top country leaders, they have to face so many problems. Somebody is sending terrorists to the country, somebody is sending spies to the country, somebody is looting from the country, somebody is destroying the country, and also the party, and also wants to have so much ambitions that they want that power, they want that seat. Continuously, every moment, and the weather sometimes becomes bad, and some kind of natural calamities are there. Endless problem. And still they have to live, they have to sleep, they have to eat, and they have to face so many challenges and keep the country on the development curve. So in case if they are worried about small things, where are they going to do any good things? So they are free from all these things. Any good intelligent person does not have any such disturbances. Know that person to be a man of knowledge. Yas sarvatra navisneha tat tat prapya subhashubham. So they have an attitude of love and well-being for everybody. They don't dislike anyone and they are not attached to anyone. They are not attached, they are not disliking anybody, just accept what is. That is simply the attitude of an intelligent person. And what about Bhagwan, how they are going to sit with themselves? When they are with themselves, they are going to sleep. What all goes in their mind? So Bhagavan says, Yada samharate chayam kurmongani vasarvashah Indriyani indriyarthebhyah tasya pragya pratisthita. So answering this third question, Bhagavan says, when these men of knowledge, these wise people, these enlightened ones, when they are sitting with themselves, you know what happens? I just remember a tortoise. Have you seen a tortoise? Tortoise, it lives in a shell, and whenever there is no necessity, when it wants to go to sleep, or somebody attacks them, they are not disturbed. They just pull their legs and hand and head inside the shell. So easily. And they are cut off. They are disconnected with the things outside. Bhagavan says, I remember a tortoise when somebody asked me a question that what do wise men do when they are going to sleep, when they are going to meditate, and when they are just by themselves. Normally when I am with myself, I am always worried, turning this side to that side, dreaming, worrying. I can't even sleep properly. Many people have to sleep for a longer time. Why don't you get up early in the morning? Everybody is saying. Well, the thing is, my sleep is not yet over. I need some sleep. Everybody needs some sleep. And I did not get my quota of sleep. Why didn't you get your quota of sleep? Because I had so many worries. When your mind is with so many worries and stresses and dreams and you don't have a way out, you just keep on turning on your bed left and right. No sleep. And later on, maybe sometime a person is not well. They are given certain medicines at times. And this is such a vicious circle. I'm going to give you medicine for your stress, and all the medicines, they make you drowsy. They make you dull. And the mind is, stupefied. They can't sleep properly. They can't act properly. They can't think properly. They can't sleep properly. And they can't work properly. They can't live properly. Now, when you are asking about these Stitha Pragnya, these wise men, they simply take their indriyas, their mind and their sense organs, they are sucked inside. And thereafter there are no thoughts in their mind. And the world is negated. They have this wisdom to keep aside everything. And they are never worried. And they have a good sound sleep. And a good sound sleep is necessary. Always try to sleep. Sleep is very precious. Sleep is very, in fact, important. Always have a nice sleep. But there are certain principles about sleep. The moment your quota is over, get up from bed. Don't keep on lying on the bed. Go on your bed when you are really sleepy. And the moment your sleep is over, get up. Bed is a terrible thing, if you keep on lying on your bed, then the dreaming starts and the worries start. Don't lie down too much on your bed. You are the one who's to decide what is the minimum quota which I need to have about sleep. I go to my bed at around 11 o'clock and I get up at 4 o'clock. 5 hours of sleep is good enough for me, and the proof of that is I don't sleep when I'm thinking, teaching, planning, doing anything. I don't have any drowsiness in me. I don't have any sleepiness in me. Because I respect sleep, and I get my quota. And when I go to sleep, I close my eyes with the pad, and sometimes people, they close their ears also, and I close my bed with the mosquito net, so that there are no problems, no disturbance in my sleep. I don't want any disturbance in my sleep. And the moment with such a mind-secure environment and all the basic principles, I go to sleep. I take off very soon. I start snoring to glory very soon. And when you are snoring, that is also not very good. You should better, raise your chin a little bit. If you raise your chin a little bit, tie a cloth, and thereafter snoring will stop and sleep will be better. Snoring is not an indication of good sleep. In fact, snore is they are trying to gasp for air. So it's not a healthy sign. So you should sleep, take some good breathing before, and lie down and switch off. There was a person, big officer, he used to come to his house. He says, this is my briefcase, and now I'm keeping it outside. That will not enter my bedroom. So all the great plans and things fine, but never in my bed and my comfort in my sleep. Keep everything right, just as you keep your shoes. There's a place for shoes, so also there's a place of worldly things, place of job. But these companies, fellows, they're very smart, they'll give you mobile phone. And when somebody gave a mobile phone to his employees, he said, oh, thank you, sir, you are giving me mobile. I said, yes. Do you know why? I can catch you at any time I like. I can give you work at any time I like. And because it's a mobile phone, it will be with you all the time. So that is how the company fellows, they act smartly. But you should also be extra smart. You should switch off the mobile and then keep. I will not let anyone disturb me in the night. Have a good sleep. And also learn to keep aside all the problems and challenges and dreams. Keep your mind free from thoughts, and you will have a beautiful sleep and a beautiful mind. So these are, these wise people, they are like tortoise. At the moment sleep, pull their hands and legs and head inside and off to sleep. No thoughts, no worries. What to worry about something which is mithya? The world is changing, it is ephemeral, it is impermanent. And he says, Indriyani Indriyatebhya, the Indriyas from the various objects of the world, they can be easily detached. From next shloka, Bhagavan gives the importance that the sense organs and the sense objects, there has to be a discipline at this level. So that he starts. Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehina rasavarjam rasopyasya param drashtva nivartate yatato hyapi kaunteya purushasya vipaschitaha indriyani pramathini haranti prasabham manaha tani sarvani sanyamya yukta asita matparaha vashe hi yasyendriyani tasya pragnya pratisthita dhyayato vishayan pumsaha sangasteshu pajayate sangat sanjayate kamaha kamat krodho bhijayate krodhat bhavati sammoha sammoha smriti vibhramaha smriti bhramshat buddhinasho buddhinashat pranashyati ragadvesha vimuktaistu vishayanindriyaischaran atmavashyai videyatma prasadhamadhigacchati prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajayate prasanna chetaso hyashu buddhih paryavatishthate nasti buddhirayuktasya nachayuktasya bhavana nacha bhavayata shantihi ashantasya kutas sukham indriyanam hi charatam yan mano nuvidiyate tadasya harati pragyam vayurnavamivambasi Tasmadyasya mahabaho Nigrahitani sarvashaha Indriyani indriyarthebhyaha Tasya pragya pratisthita Ya nisha sarvabhutanam Tasyam jagarti sanyami Yasyam jagrati bhutani Sa nisha pashyato mune Apuryamanamachala pratishtham Samudramapa pravishanti yadvat Tadvat kamayam pravishanti sarve Sashantimapnoti na kama kami So in this entire section, Bhagavan basically is giving one important teaching. He says, when you have to contact the world, when you are conscious of the world, when there is a stimuli of various situations of the world in your mind, be very careful. This is a very blessed thing. Today you have this capacity, you can perceive things outside, but this perception of the world has always got to do with wisdom. It should be associated with the right wisdom. Till now, you have only been living with this philosophy that your happiness, your security is always from outside. You are personally, person devoid of joy, devoid of security, and your fulfillment and security will only come from outside. This has been your philosophy. Now I am talking of something entirely different. I am saying that all security, fulfillment for even greatest of all people, of gods and wise people, it does not come from outside. It comes from their own self-knowledge. So, whatever I am believing and living today is just wrong. So I don't say that stop, interacting with the world, but whenever you perceive things of the world, in case if you let the old notions dominate your intellect and start looking at other things, here is an opportunity, I'll get this, I'll get that joy, I will get this success from outside. So this will continue and make your life a hell. You need to change certain things in your perception. You know how do desires come? How does anger come? How does, complete delusion, hypnotism to things outside come? Some people are so brainwashed, they can't even think properly. They have lost the opportunity to be called a man because they can't think. They can't sit in a class of philosophy. They can't hear Gita. They can't chant Gita properly. They don't have any faith in all these things. They are only think that, only those fellows who get things from outside, they are smart. They are stupid. They are wrong. They are not intelligent. And they are always worried. So, whenever you perceive anything from outside, try a different experiment. That this is a blessing of God, this is to serve some cause, and you are not dependent. Always believe that ultimate goal of life is not acquisition, aggrandizement, and gratification of things of the world. It is awakening within. If you start looking at others, thinking at others, anything outside, with a thirsty mind, a mind full of hunger, panting and craving for something from outside, you'll always be dependent and always live a very pathetic life, insecure, unhappy. Dhyayato Vishyan Pumsa, when a person starts looking at the things of the world with, in a very selfish, personal, desirous attitude, then this brings about attachment. You are not attached to anyone. You are attached only to those things which have potential to give you happiness. And then you are attached. Once you get attachment and you continue with your thoughts, you get desires. Kamana, desires, they are not sent by God, they are manufactured in my mind. You have been thinking about some person, some achievement, some power, some chair, some wealth, whatever it is. You think, and then this brings about deeper roots. And then desire comes. Dhyayato Vishyan Pumsa Sangasteshu Bhajayate Sangat Sanjayate Kama. Because that regular attachment, your desires come. Kama Jayate. Kamat Krodho Vijayate. And only things for which your desires have manifested, and any obstruction, that will bring about anger. Krodhat Bhavati Sammoha. Arjun, if you let this anger and desires continue to reign in your mind, you are sammohita, hypnotized, you're thoughtless. You lose the power even to think. Sammoha, smriti vibhrama, thereafter loss of memory starts. Smriti bhramsha buddhinasha, thereafter the intellect becomes dull. And when your intellect also becomes dull, you have lost the opportunity of being a good human being. So it's a terrible thing. How you look at the world is very important. When Hanumanji looks at the world, it's not that I want. He wants to serve a great cause, which is for which Ramji has sent me in this world. May everybody be happy, may my country prosper, may everybody be happy. Diseased people may get well, poor people may get richer, needy people may get something they want. But you don't want anything. You are living as a fulfilled person. Why don't you try that? It's such a beautiful way. Let people of petty minds always, worry. I want this. You need not worry. You go in this world with your head held high, dignified, quiet, peaceful, fulfilled. Anything which has happened, will possibly happen in life, will never affect your existence. Things will come and go. So Arjuna, this entire section, in fact, normally we go into every word, but here the objective of these discourses is not to go into every word, but give the essence of the teaching. And Bhagavan says in the end that always retain your pleasantness, dignity, poise, and then look at the world as an opportunity to help the life of others. fulfill the mission of your beloved God. So Shivaji has given you some chance. Live nicely. Not for yourself. You are happy with yourself. For the well-being of others. So in this way, ultimately, Arjuna, they live a very different life. And these men of knowledge and the other people of the world, they are two opposites. And Bhagavan gives an example of dream and sleep. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati sanyami. That in which everybody is sleeping, in that the men of knowledge, they are awake. And that in which these wise men are awake, others are sleeping. Others are imagining and seeing so many things. And wise men, they are not worried about all that. So different poles apart, diametrically opposite to these common people. They're always fulfilled. And others always, wanting, dependent, insecure, fearful. That is the difference. And they're always happy people. They are seeking happiness, even a drop of it in the world outside. So these two people, they are living in two different worlds altogether. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati sanyami. Yasyam jagrati bhutani, that in which the people are awake, that is a matter of no concern to the wise people. So just see, you have an option and you can choose whatever you wish. The state of mind of wise people is like an ocean. You see, a big lake or an ocean, especially ocean, not a big lake. Rivers and lakes, whenever water comes into them, it floods. It's get flooded. It's filled and it overflows. But look at ocean. Hundreds of rivers all over the world, they are continuously pouring their water into ocean. Look at these, Narmada you saw that day. Ganga river, another huge river. I went to Russia, I saw Volga, such a huge river, like an ocean. From one side, I couldn't see the other side. Huge ships are going on the Volga. Such a beautiful answer. The water is lovely. The beaches are beautiful. And this entire water is going into ocean. And not one river. Amazon River, Nile in the Egypt, Brahmaputra in the northeast area of India. Huge rivers, like ocean. All the water is going into the ocean. But I've been surprised, ocean is never flooded. And many a time it is such scorching sun and the ocean is never down. The mind, the fulfillment of a man of knowledge is comparable to ocean. Who do you want to be? Stupid person of the world, ignorant fellow, or like a wise man? No amount of water ever floods them. They also get happiness. They are not excited, they are not elated, they are not dancing. Hooray, I've got a great success. Things will come and go next moment. And they don't need, because they are already complete and full. And many times, very negative, bad situation comes. This ocean is never, the level never goes down. So that is the best example I can think about these wise people. And with this, he concluding with 2 shlokas, this entire chapter is now completing. So we'll read the last 2 shlokas. Vihaya kamanya sarvan Pumamscharati nispraha Nirmamo nirahankaraha Sashantimadhigacchati Esha brahmi sthiti partha Nainam prapya vimuhyati Sthitva syamanta kalepi Brahma nirvana mrichyati. So in the last question, out of the 4 questions, this is the last. How do these fellows go around in the world? Are they inspired by something? Are they motivated? Are they excited? He says, no, basically they are an embodiment of love and fulfillment. They are not worried about anything. It is the karma of men of knowledge, the jnani people, is expression of their love. And they can express in anything out of love, joy. No excitement, no worries. So such is the state of mind. Vihaya kamanya sarvan pumamscharati nispraha. Like one of the slogans which is going on in the political sphere of the country, Sabka hit, Sabka kalyan. What is that statement? Sabka saath, Sabka vikas, Sabka vishwas. So one party is saying that, I want to live and govern the country in such a way that everybody, not just one sect or that sect or this sect, everybody should be happy in my country. I don't have any preferential attitude. My state and that state and north state and the south state and the east and the west and the rich and the poor and the businessmen alone and not the villagers and not the poor. He says, no. Our principle is Gita. Well-being of everybody. Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha, sarve santu niramaya. May everybody be happy. So when we don't have any preferences, other people, no, my children, my wife, they should be happy. To hell with others. Who cares? What can I do about them? So small minds think like that. Good and big mind think for the well-being of everyone. Think and do whatever sphere is there in your world. Nirmamo nirahankara, without attachment to anyone. This alone is mine. Who is this? This fellow is mine. And what about that? Is not mine. Well, your freedom, your life, your pettiness, your smallness. My best wishes to you. You certainly need all the best wishes because such a small and petty mind, they will have all the problems in life. So have a better option. Live with magnanimity. Whoever God sends you in your life, you do good for them. And by yourself you are contented. And that also without any ego, nirahankara. I'm doing. What am I doing? God has given, I am just sharing. No ahankar, no nirmama, no mamatva with anyone, few people. You are a citizen of this planet. You are a person of this country. You are a human being. Live for the well-being of everyone. So that is, those people who live with such a mind, they are always quiet, peaceful, sashanti madhigacchati. And this is called being and reveling in Brahman. This is called the state of Brahman. Esha Brahmi Sthiti Partha. They have attained what is called as the Brahmagyan. And once you wake up to that reality, you are never disturbed in life. Sthitva syam antakale, even when death comes, then also they are not deterred, they are not disturbed. They don't fall down from their knowledge. Arjuna, that is what a Stitha Pragnya is. With this beautiful chapter of Gita, the second chapter called Sankhya Yoga, it is completed. So in these 9 discourses, in 9 talks, I have just given a broad overview of what are the teachings of Lord Krishna. Okay, with that, this series comes to an end. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Namah Parvati Har Har Mahadev Narmade Har